in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Coopersthaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Coopersthaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Coopersthaiadventure, oh what a thrill. Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Coopersthaiadventure, can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, sister, my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high.
Hello, tubers. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. And welcome to Cooper's Thai Adventure live stream with myself and only myself, Cooper, today. Right. Those that have been following the channel know that I am in the middle of renewing my retirement visa with myself and Darlene. And we want to move away from the 800,000 Thai baht in the bank account and go over to the monthly one, which is a minimum of 65,000 Thai baht per month. Well, this is the first year that I can do it because I've now had the required amount of payments gone in since my last visa renewal. And there's been some hiccups along the way and some things that I didn't even know that I need to report to you all on the channel and tell you what's going on, because I know a lot of you have told me in comments, in meet and greets here in person, meeting up and talking on the streets, that you would like to move over to the 65,000 baht a month income, because having 800,000 Thai baht in the bank, which is just over 20,000 US dollars, I think I'd have to fact check myself, but I think that's about the going rate now, 22,000 thereabouts, is a ball ache. And it's a big lump sum for a lot of people. Well, you can change over to the 65,000 after your first year here in Thailand. That I can report to you because I've just completed it. So now I'm just waiting for my passport to come back from immigration. I've done everything. I've ticked all the boxes, and it was a ball ache. And there's a catch-22 involved in there too. And then after I tell you the story of what's now involved and what you have to do and the hoops you have to jump through, I will get into the latest Thai news and what's going on here. So stay tuned for that as well, folks. Okay, so I met up with our favorite agent, Mr. Singh, and Mr. Singh said to me, I need a statement from your Thai bank showing 12 consecutive payments go in. And I said, okay, no problem. I can do that. He says, you have to request it from the bank and it takes about 3 days to get. So I said, no problem. When do you want me to do it? My retirement visa is not due until the end of March. He said, oh, you can do it a few weeks early to save time and any aggro in case immigration's busy. No problem. So I went to the bank. I requested a statement. They said, okay, this was on a Friday. They said, come back on the Wednesday. It'll be done for you. We need 3 business days. Okay, no problem. Went back on the Wednesday and I contacted Mr. Singh again. I said, "Oh, Singh, I got the statement. What else do you need me to do?" He said, "Well, I now need you to go to Bangkok Bank opposite Soy 6 because that is the only Bangkok branch that will give you what's called a guarantee certificate." So basically, it's a guarantee that the statement you're providing immigration is accurate. Okay. And it says your current balance on there. And I went there and I was in and out of there, what, in about 15 minutes, fairly quick. There was only one person in front of me. And got that. Then Mr. Singh said to me, right, now you have to get a statement from your bank in your home country. So for me, that's USA. I said, all right. He says, you need to get a statement from them showing the last 12 payments. I said, right, no problem. So I went online, I ordered that. It was emailed to me in a PDF format. Got that pretty fast. It was on the same day that I asked for it. So that was nice. And I met him at immigration on Friday to turn it all in just yesterday. And he said, bit of a problem here, Coop. I said, well, what's the problem? And here's the catch-22, folks. He said, the problem is they want to see the same amount going in each month. So say, for example, you're transferring 100,000 baht into your Thai bank account, which is equivalent about 3,000 US. They want to see that same 100,000 baht go in every month. And I said, well, Singh, I can't do that. I said, I have my disability payment and I have my dividend payments that come into my Thai bank. I said, sometimes the dividends are up, sometimes they're down. You know, I said, I can never guarantee that it's going to be, you know, the exact figure that I'm transferring. And I'm using 100,000 baht loosely, folks. And he said, well, they allow for discrepancies in regards to the exchange rate. So it has to be within 10,000 baht of that to the downside or the upside, as long as the minimum you're transferring every month is 65,000. I'm like, oh man, that's a pain in the ass. He said, I'll probably get it approved this time. He said, but for next year and every subsequent year, you're going to have to do that. So we went to immigration and walked in there, and the guy was going through my statement with a yellow highlighter, highlighting, you know, all the funds coming into my Thai bank account and counted them out. Yeah, okay, there's 13 payments gone in there in a row. And it has to be every month. You can't miss a month. For example, if you have 100,000 going in this month and then 200,000 go in 2 months later, doesn't count. It has to be every single month. And I know it's a pain in the ass. It's a pain in the ass for me too, folks. The workaround, there's always a workaround in Thailand. And immigration said this to me in front of Singh. What you should do is have one payment go in And then if you want to send another 2, 3 payments in the same month, you can do that, as long as we can see one payment that, is continuous above the 65,000. And I'm like, okay. So I spoke to my wife, Darlene. I said, babe, you know, what do you suggest? She said, oh, well, just do 80,000 baht transfer, like on the first of every month. And then on the 15th, when we need more money, just transfer the remaining money over. I said, yeah, but then that's 2 transfers. I get nailed on that at $30 a time, to transfer it over from my bank to here. And then obviously there's exchange rate fees and all that go into it. So it's probably costing me about 40 bucks, a time. So that's $80 loss for doing it that way. But at the moment, that's the only way to stay legal on the 65,000. If you're somebody that has a guaranteed amount every month, say it's 100,000, and from your private pension, whatever, transfer that in. You ain't got to worry about the situation I'm in. So it's just one of those screwy things. I don't like it. I don't think it's right. I've checked the law on it, and the law on it says this. The law says there is no maximum amount that you can transfer. It just says a minimum amount of 65,000. Nowhere in the Thai law, and I've asked Grok to research it too, and came up the same exact thing. You can find it on the Thai embassy in your home country for the requirements for it. And nowhere does it say that it has to be within 5,000-10,000, and it's got to be the same exact figure every month that goes in. I couldn't find it anywhere. But I've said this many times on the channel, folks. It doesn't matter what immigration office you go to here in Thailand. And there's loads, folks. There's dozens of them. They're in every major city here in Thailand, including on the island of Phuket. Chiang Mai, Udon Thani, Hua Hin. They've all got immigration offices. Well, not all of them have the same rules. Some of them are a lot more stricter. Some of them are a lot more lenient. That's why a lot of people come to Jomtien to get their retirement visas, because it's very lenient here. The people have gone to Bangkok to get their retirement visas and said, hey, I got turned down, so they contact Mr. Singh and they come over here and they're approved first time round. And I don't know, and I can't say this is the same in all provinces in Thailand where they have an immigration office, that it's the same there that it is here. It could be completely different. I don't know. It all depends on who you get for an immigration agent. But here in Jomtien, they want to see that it's a steady amount. And it's, if it's 100,000, they'll allow you to be 90,000 or 110,000, but not any different on that one payment. If you want to make additional payments into your Thai bank account, that's not a problem. They're mainly going to go by that one that they see. So for me, the workaround is first of the month, do the 80,000, and then the 15th of the month, whatever extras we need on top of that. And that is the whole retirement news. There's no other news coming down the pipe right now in regards to the retirement visa. There's no other news in regards to the DTV visa. The government is still working on their coalition. And until that is set up, we won't hear anything in regards to them. So don't ask me in the comments, because there's no new news in regards to any other visas here in Thailand at the moment. Of course, that can change once they get the coalition up and running. That can change. Now let's get started into the news that's hitting Thailand right now, and it's all because of what's going on in Iran, Israel, and the USA, and it's affecting Thailand. yesterday, it was reported by the tourism minister, they're expecting, because of this, that tourism could be down as far as 25% this high season, mainly affecting people coming in from Europe. Why from Europe? Well, because the people that are coming in from Europe normally have a changeover in Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, all those Arab countries. They have a change over there. You know, they don't. There are direct flights, but most people like to split them up, get some leg rest, buy some duty free, whatever that's cheaper over there in the Middle East than it is in their home country, and then bring it into Thailand legally. So, what was affected? Well, from February 28th to the 4th of March, I'm reading my notes here, folks, 328 flights to and from Thailand were affected. Nearly 50,000 passengers were impacted. Routes through major hubs such as Dubai, Doha, and Abu Dhabi are the most affected. And what other effects are happening right now? Well, the ticket prices are going up. Why? Because it's, if you're flying, say, from London Heathrow, use that as an example because it's Europe, you know, or Schiphol in Holland, or, you know, with KLM, or maybe you're flying with Lufthansa from Frankfurt in Germany. These flights now have to be rerouted, and the flights are taking a couple hours longer because of the reroute. They're not flying over the Middle East anymore, which is a straight line down to Thailand. What they're doing is they're flying around Africa and then coming in the bottom via over the India part of the hemisphere here. So they're flying over Dubai and then into I'm not Dubai, Mumbai. Get it right. There's two buys there, but it's not bye-bye, by the way. And they are being affected, and there's been reports that the flights are going up because they're using more fuel, and the flights are now a couple hours longer, and they're direct flights. So, and the only way to break it up is if you want to fly from, say, London or Manchester in England, and you want to fly to Mumbai, stretch your legs there for a couple hours before the last 4-hour leg into Thailand. And from London Heathrow to Bangkok is about 12 hours direct flight. So those are the ones that are getting hit. What else did the Thai government announce in regards to all this kerfuffle that's going on? Well, they announced in the news just yesterday, again, the Prime Minister said, don't worry, we have 95 days worth of reserves, oil reserve, fuels. And he put a freeze on fuel prices for diesel. So diesel will stay the same rate from here until the next 95 days. Hopefully it's all over and done with by then. Don't know. I'm not involved in it. And they have 95 days worth of supply. He's been on the news and said to the Thai people, do not hoard fuel at the pumps. They've actually put a ban on people going there with drums and gas cans and filling them up. So what have the Thais been doing? Well, they've been doing a workaround. They've been taking their cars, their motorbikes, siphoning it out, putting it in a drum, going back in, filling up the car or motorbike. Why? Because if fuel does become scarce, they can sell it for double or triple the money to you or me. And that's the way Thais think. It's like, oh, there's an opportunity here to make money. And if it doesn't go up and within 95 days and all of a sudden it's blown over, well, they're sitting on all that fuel that they'll just have to fill up their car or bike once a week until it's all ran out, and they made zero money. But they're hedging their bets. Can't blame them. So they're saying 95 days worth of fuel, they should be okay. Tourism, they're expecting down 25% because of the increase in flights coming from Europe to here, because they have to deviate and take a couple hours longer now to get here. The only alternative that I know of is flying into Mumbai and then changing flights in Mumbai, which you can do. And I think it's Jet Airlines that flies into Mumbai. Check that, folks. I'm not 100% certain. It was oof, 20 years ago when I did that route. And I think it was called Jet Airlines that fly in there. So you can fly from Heathrow with Jet Airlines to Mumbai, have 2 hours in the airport, stretch your legs, get something to eat, buy some duty free, and then do the remaining 4 hours into Swanapum Airport. So those are the latest news and updates in regards to visas and travel chaos here in Thailand. They have put a ban on the pump saying no containers and only you can fill up your car or your motorbike. Already the Thais are starting to hoard, and PTT is the biggest um, seller of fuel here in Thailand. They have the most gas stations, and they have a notice up there now saying, no containers. You can't fill up your containers. So I haven't noticed any prices in diesel gone up. Gasoline may go up here because right now the 1 barrel of oil is now jumped to over $90 a barrel, up from $60 a barrel. So it's gone up, quite a whack. And it may end up hitting us here, but as of right now, the government's saying they put a freeze on fuel. So without further ado, let's get in the chat, see who we got online, and get your thoughts on everything Thailand. Mike, the medic, says, good morning from USA. I just had a great talk with Mr. Singh. He assured me he could handle my issues. Makes me much happier. He's the best, and he is. He's the only immigration agent I endorse on our channel and recommend, because I've dealt with them personally. My wife's dealt with them. Quite a few of our subscribers have dealt with them, and I've had zero complaints. I can't say that about any other agent. So therefore, if you say, hey, my agent's this one and they're fantastic too, well, I don't know them. I know the one I use, and he does exactly what he says. So therefore, I'll keep plugging him. He's a great man. Alfa Romeo up next says, good morning, everyone. Have my morning coffee in hand and looking forward to another fabulous show. Thank you, Alpha. Be good to have you back out here, I think in June or July, buddy. Got my coffee too. My lovely wife and channel moderator, Darlene, made it for me. Thanks, babe. She's in the other bedroom listening on her earpiece and keeping the bots out the chat, keeping it all friendly. Nomad Jack says, good evening, Coop. I always stay liquid, travel light, and have about plan B. Have a great show. And yeah, it's always good to have a plan B, have a backup, have a reserve, if things go tits up, but I don't really think there's a need to have a plan B in Thailand. Nothing's changing. The new government wants to encourage more retirees to come here. And they're looking at a third type of retirement visa. Well, actually, it'd be a fourth one, because you have the non-O, the non-OA, and then the LTR, which is also a retirement visa. And the elite, no, it is not a retirement visa. It's just a long stay visa. So there's 3 types of retirement visa, and the government's looking at introducing a new type. So there'll be 4 types later on this year, and they're trying to encourage more people to come to Thailand. So not take it away from people, as a lot of YouTube vloggers like to put out there as clickbait. Scott Marites says, hello all. Hopefully this does not ruin my plans. No, it shouldn't ruin your plans. Scott Marites coming over from the US. You shouldn't hit the Middle East at all. However, what I will say is those that have already bought tickets, and they should not be affected with paying the higher fuel prices, because they already bought them at that price. So if you bought a ticket for 6 months out, and by that time it's over $100 a barrel, maybe $120 a barrel, who knows, you're still good at the price that you bought the ticket. So you shouldn't have to worry about that, Scott and Marites. Javon Styles says, good morning, CB and D, and everyone, Mike the Medic. If it wasn't for Mr. Singh, we would be in the Philippines dealing with higher crime and brownouts right now. When my uncle's house sells, jumped in, here we come. Yeah, that's true. There is a lot more crime in the Philippines. Philippines is a third world country. Thailand is a second world country. So, but I would actually classify Thailand as a first world country, along with a lot of Europe and America and North America, particularly USA and Canada, because everything they got here is sort of second to none. It's quality and very affordable. Mike the Medic says that Alfa Romeo, did you find your ruby slippers yet? No, he's got to click them 3 times when he finds them. Says, take me to Thailand, take me to Thailand, take me to Thailand. Javon says, I'm a little curious about what Cooper is going to say. What's crazy is I will know by the time he reads this message. Did you see his face on the thumbnail? Geez, that alone was scary enough. It was because I was going back and forward with immigration, and the paperwork that I needed and what they required. And then the 10,000 baht discrepancy, that it's got to be the same amount every single month. And I'm like, what the heck? Why didn't you guys tell us this a year ago when we told you we wanted to switch over to that? Well, the answer you'll get is the same you'll get in your home country. Ignorance of the law is not an excuse. Well, tell us the law and we'll know so we're not ignorant, But it's all good. They allowed me to slip through this time because I was over the minimum of 65,000. They said, next time, we'll put it in the record that we've told you, so you do know that next time you have to be over 65,000, but within 10,000 baht either side of your normal amount that goes in every month. If you want to do more transfers than that, that's fine. It's not a problem, but you're going to have to make it a separate transfer and pay the separate fee for transferring from your home country, which for me is $30. With IBKR, they charge me $30. What a Sale says, good morning, Coop, Brooke, and Darlene. Robert from Texas wishing everyone a wonderful day. Looking forward to another informative show. Thank you, Robert, for coming on and joining us, brother. Mike Medic says, money talks in Thailand. Yes, it does. Money talks and bullshit walks. We all know that saying. Yeah, they don't like BS here. Tell them straight, you're good to go. What a Sale says, great thinking about Thailand. It seems there is always a workaround, so hoping no real changes may affect my plans. Not coming over here. No, you won't have any problems with that. But it's mainly for those that want to change from the 800,000 baht to the 65,000 baht monthly income. And then they can do what the hell they want with the 800,000. They don't have to have it in the bank. They can have 1 baht in the bank. They can have 1,000,000 baht in the bank. It's not going to affect the retirement visa. As long as they see that 65,000 go in every month minimum, you're good to go. And it won't affect any newbies coming out here because they have to go with the 800,000, on day one when they apply for the retirement visas. And the agents do have a workaround for that. Like What a Sale says, there's a workaround for everything. Mike the Medic says, I really wish Thailand would have the SRV like the Philippines for veterans. So easy to stay. Unfortunately, I like Thailand. That would be a nice one. They do have certain exemptions for people from America due to the Vietnam War. During the Vietnam War, Mike and everybody watching, America defended Thailand. So Thailand was never actually invaded. They had a big American army base up there, Udon Thani Airport. And they kept the Vietnamese at bay and didn't let them get across the border and invade Thailand. And so because of that, there is a rule, and I need to get more clarification on exactly how it works, that Americans can actually have a business here in Thailand without any Thai nominees because of that rule. There's a similar rule in the Philippines that Americans can actually buy land at the free ports and own it legally in their name, a house and land, but it can only be bought at the two free ports, one which is Clark Air Force Base, which is closed down now, even though America still uses it from time to time for training missions and such. And then the other one is Subic Bay. And Darlene and I did go look at the houses at Subic Bay. We were really impressed with them, American style homes, but the prices they were asking for it, because you can have it in your own name as an American citizen, was 3 times more than the value of what I would have valued the house. And I was like, I ain't that desperate to buy. But no, I agree, Mike. I wish they did have something similar to the SRRV, which is the Philippine Retirement Visa. For veterans, they get a heck of a discount and they don't have to have the, what is it? I think it's 20,000 US dollars, which is 1,000,000 pesos tied up. Javon Stiles says, if the prime minister is cracking down on all corruption, I'm a bit concerned about the gray areas for us foreigners have comfortably enjoyed for years. I can jump through hoops, but not loopholes. No, there's no loopholes, Javon. You're good to go, buddy. Nothing changed in regards to that. But they are weeding out corruption. Vegas, Chris says, good morning from Vegas and good evening, Thailand. Hello, Chris in Vegas. Roger Walker says, good morning, Darlene, Cooper, and everyone. Thumbs up. Yes, please. If you're watching on live stream, give us a thumbs up. It's free. Ernie Jones says, good evening, CBD and gang. Good evening, Ernie. Terry Fallon. Hello, Coop, Darlene, and to all in the chat. Hope you're all doing well. We are. We're doing absolutely fantastic. How you doing, Terry and the wife? Up there in Bancroft, Ontario, he's from. Keith McDaniel says, good evening from Southeast Tennessee. Warming up. He should be hitting that 70 degrees right now or a little bit higher, maybe touching low 80s as we're now in the first week of March. So Groundhog Day should be happening anytime now, shouldn't it, Heath? Javon Stiles says, how about they do away with the girlfriend experience on Walking Street and leave the visas alone? That's something I can live with. Nah, they ain't going to mess with the visas. It's just for those that want to do the 65,000, I'd rather do that and have my 800,000 in America earning interest because in Thailand, the interest is a lot less than 1%. I can have it on my brokerage account and they'll pay me, 4.5% on it per year, which is a lot more than what I'd be getting in Thailand. It's like 0.002%. It's like nothing. Mr. For Your Sister says, hello, Darlene and Coop. Hello, Mr. Alfa Romeo says, good news. Our foreign currencies continue to increase via the Thai baht. Canadian is now 23.44 and USD is now 31.77. Is that as of today, right now, Romeo? Let me just fact check that and let you all know how the dollar is doing against the Thai baht. And yes, it is 31.76. So just 0.3 of a tenth of a baht out. But yeah, there you go. I'll put the exchanges up there. You can see $1 US, what it gets you in the Asian currencies there. And yeah, it's going up nicely, which is what we want. Mike the Medic says, boy, that song wakes me up and gets my chair dancing. Dancing, I know. And he put dancing next. Gotcha, buddy. Philip High says, good morning, Coop and Darlene. Let's hit the like button and make everyone smile. Everyone happy. Yep. Thank you, Philip. And I believe once I called you Philip Hugh by mistake. It was a bit of a glare on the laptop. The sun was real bright coming up in the morning on a Monday morning live stream. And I thought I was reading it as like, Philip Hugh? It's not. Hi. Got you, buddy. Mr. For Your Sister says, I have no idea what he is about to say, but I do not think this is the big visa adjustment this year. This is what I'm waiting to hear. No, not yet. The big visa adjustment that I spoke about earlier when they were running for parliament to win the general election here, was one of their plans was to introduce a fourth type of retirement visa here to make it easier for retirees to come to Thailand. So not sure what that's going to be. Are they going to compete with the Philippines, lower the age from the retirement visa from 50 down to 40? Don't know. Or maybe they'll come out with a golden visa like Vietnam. So lots up in the air to play for. So let's see what the government announces once the coalition is up and running. And I'll be sure to let you know on a live stream. Mike the medic says Thailand doesn't want to take your money, doesn't want you to take your money out. Laughing out loud. No, they don't have a problem with that. I took my 800,000 out. I transferred it straight to New York to my bank, put it in my brokerage account. No problem whatsoever. And as a matter of fact, I transferred it on a Monday, about 3:30 in the afternoon, I think it was, and it arrived in my brokerage account. I got a notification. It was already on my phone when I woke up the next day. So it took like 12 hours, and it was already in there. Super quick. Tim P says, good day, Coop and everyone. Hey, Tim. How you doing, buddy? Claude, our resident motorbike champion. You saw him on the live stream with us 2 weeks ago. Says, I'm relieved that I got my retirement visa renewal based on the monthly income method. Mr. Singh is the man. Oh, yeah. He beat me to the punch by about 1 week. And he got his first. And he had to jump through the same hoops I did. But once he did, it was good to go. But Claude, did you know about the rule that it's got to be 10,000 baht to the minus or 10,000 baht to the plus, but it's got to stay within that figure every single month for your deposit? Did you know that? Let me know in the comments. And did it affect you? Ricardo says, thanks for another show, information and understanding. You're very welcome, Ricardo. Dot Yen says, you have been living in Jomtien for about 3 years now. Yes. Can I assume that only speaking English has not been an issue when interacting with Thai people? Not been an issue whatsoever. Because here in Jomtien and Pattaya, it is a tourist area and a retiree area. So most of the Thais that are here speak English. And you'll see help wanted signs like we have in the West, hiring for, a waitress, a waiter, hiring for this staff. And it'll be in English. And it says in there, must be able to speak and understand basic English. And that's great, that these establishments out there are putting these signs up in English, because then we can say, oh, wow, okay, this guy, some staff here speaks English. I'm not going to have a problem explaining my order. Don't put no sugar in my food because I'm diabetic. I tell them, they know exactly what I mean. No, I haven't had a problem. But once you get out of the tourist area and into the provinces, yes, you are going to have problems speaking English. But then we have a workaround for that, Yen. Google Translate, Google Voice. It's fantastic. I swear by it. You push the button, you talk into it, push the button, it plays to them. Push the button again, they talk into it, push it again. It comes out in English your side. And it works. It's pretty good. Not perfect, but you can get your gist across and understand what each other is saying. It works good. I've never had a problem with it, and I've been in Thai countryside more times than I could possibly count on my head, having lived here for a total of 9 years now. 9 years, but 3 years in Jomtien. Mr. For Your Sister says, with what he said just on the bank statement alone will make me look at Cambodia a lot closer. I never respond well to micromanaging. Well, here's what I had to show him. Only the ingoings. I didn't have to show them a penny going out. All they wanted to see was incoming. So I gave them one page, one A4 page, and it showed 13 payments go in and how much each payment was. That's what I gave them. What I spent my money on, where I spend it, who I spend it with, what I do with it is my damn concern, not anybody else's, and immigration doesn't want to see that. When I asked for the year's statement from America, they said, all we want to see is the transfer. We don't want to see 200 pages of what you've done with your money. That don't interest us. It doesn't concern us. All we want to see is the money leaving your account from your home bank, entering your Thai bank account. One transaction to the other. That's all we want to see. We don't care about the other 200 pages. Doesn't interest us. So there was no micromanaging in that, Mr. Free Sister. But if you want to go to Cambodia, best of luck to you, buddy. Not going to stop you on my channel. Las Vegas Trader says, reminding viewers to this YouTube podcast that daylight saving time is coming on Sunday, but only in some areas. Check the revised time of Coopersthaiadventure in your local area, beginning with tomorrow's Coopersthaiadventure. Well, we don't have one tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday. Next one is Monday with myself and Brooke. So is it daylight savings time coming around already? Damn, we're so close to the equator here, guys. Our time doesn't change all year round. You know, daylight doesn't come an hour earlier or hour later at certain times of the year. It comes the same time every day. You know, you can set your clock to it. 6:07 a.m. You can see the sun, you know, starting to come up, you know, and the brightness outside your curtains, you know, coming into your bedroom. You know, you can set your watch to it. 6:07 a.m. and there it is. I'm out of bed. As soon as that light starts coming through, I'm awake. Tim P says, that's what I wanted to hear, having 3 separate and fixed monthly income pensions. Yeah, you can do that. You know, it's not a problem. But one of the payments you transfer to your bank over here, Tim, has got to be a minimum of $65,000. You can't do like 30,000, 30,000, and 30,000. They won't accept it. One payment has to be minimum 65,000. Unfortunately, they won't accept it. That's what they told me. But I never was below 65,000 in the 13 months payments that I've transferred over here every month from my U.S. bank. I was never below the 65,000. I was always well over it. But they said, yeah, but this time it's this much, this time it's that much, you know. Yeah, dividends go up and down, but, you know, I'm always well above the 65,000 minimum. They said, yeah, but for next year, we're going to need you to nip it in the bud, 10,000 either side, please. I said, okay, fair enough. At least I got my 800,000 free, earning me interest. And the money I'm making on the interest is more money, is more than the difference in the $30 transfer fee. So I'm all right about that. Mike the Medic says, guys, just marry an immigration lady. Problem solved. I had an immigration lady. We drove from Thailand down to Kuala Lumpur. And when we got to the Thai border, there was a lovely immigration lady there, Thai immigration. She spoke fantastic English, beautiful girl. And her late 20s to early 30s. I'd say 28 to 32. She saw my shirt and it said YouTube on there. Oh, are you a YouTuber? Yeah. What's your channel about? I was like, okay, you know, it's to help retirees come to Thailand. You know, any of the guys single? Oh, yeah, loads of them single. I said, why, are you looking for a boyfriend? Yes. I want a long boyfriend. I want a foreign boyfriend. I said, well, come join our Facebook group, you know, which is in the banner down below there, folks, by the way. Available for YouTube subscribers only, and both are free, of course. And she said, yeah, I will. And she took a picture of my QR code here on the t-shirt so she could add herself. And I don't know what happened. I never got an update. Maybe she's found them from our channel. Claude says, regardless of the law, each office and even each officer has discretion. Yeah. That works both ways, which is why Singh can get things done that others can't. True. It does work both ways, and it helps to have an agent that speaks fluent Thai, and Singh can. He speaks fluent English, Thai, and Hindi. And he's very good at what he does, and his best friend is the chief of immigration. So he tends to get things through where others can't, which makes him so outstanding. What a Sale says, I'm going to use Mr. Singh for sure. Yeah, he's a great guy. Ford Dog says, good evening, Mr. Coop. Quick question. Does Mr. Singh handle the LTR? No. And have you looked into that? Yes. I know the 80,000 a month could be a problem, but doesn't have the problem of showing transfer to a Thai bank. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about. 80,000 a month. It's 80,000 US a year. Okay, I think month was a typo. It's 80,000 US a year, or $1 million in assets, or you have to invest, I think it's 250,000 or $500,000 in a Thai business or stocks or anything like that. Maybe you invest into a hotel chain, I don't know, and collect monthly dividends. You can do that as well. But no, Singh cannot do the LTR. No agents can get involved. You have to go to the LTR office in Bangkok, and you can find them online. You could pre-apply before you leave the US, Ford, to the LTR department, and they can pre-approve you before you even get here. So there you go. And that one there is a 10-year retirement visa. Philip High says, does Mr. Singh do DTV or retirement visas? Retirement visas, education visas, he does. He does not do the DTV. You have to apply for the DTV outside of Thailand. He can do your renewal for you inside Thailand once you've already got it. But for your initial DTV, you have to do it outside of Thailand through your local Thai embassy or consulate. Or in a foreign, it can be any foreign country outside of Thailand. I've got subscribers, they went to Vietnam and Laos and did it over there and then came back in with the DTV visa in their hand. Dot Yen says, are you using Wise to transfer money from your US bank account to your Thai bank account? Nope, doing it directly. I'm doing it direct from my IBKR account, which uses Chase Bank in New York. And the last transfer I did, which was last week, it arrived on the same day. I did the transfer like 10 o'clock in the morning. By 2 o'clock in the afternoon, it was already in my Thai bank. 4 hours. I'm like, oh, wow, that's quick. They must be using crypto, the Lightning Network, to make it happen that fast. But no, I don't use Wise. You can use Wise. And what Singh has advised me, for those that want to do it using Wise, you then have to get a third statement. So you got to get one from your home bank to Wise, one from Wise to Thailand, and then the one in Thailand. So you got to get 3 statements and print them out. I believe you can print it out online with Wise. If you log into their website and register on there, I believe you can print it out and they'll do it as a PDF. So very, very easy, not hard at all. Like I said, I didn't have to call my bank in America and get on waiting in a queue to speak to somebody. It was straightforward, very quick. I just went on there, logged in on my account, said I need a 12-month statement, and I got a 12-month statement. I had to go back 1 extra month to show the 12th payment, which actually showed 13. So they were good with that. They said, oh, not a problem. Mike Medcar, Alfa Romeo's smiling. Terry Fallon says, Coop, how would it work for a married couple? Would you need 800,000 baht per person, or that amount for a couple? Okay, Terry, if your wife is over 50, you both are required to have your own independent retire visa. If your wife is under 50, you can put your spouse, your wife, as a dependent on your retirement visa, like Brooke and I have done for our wives, because Darlene is 30, what's she, 34, 35 now? I forget. So she'll kick my ass when I go in the bedroom now. And then Brooke's wife, I think, is 40, 41. So you can have them as a dependent. And here's the beauty of it, folks. When you have a foreign wife that's not a Thai citizen and you bring her to Thailand, the beauty is if she's under 50, once she hits 50, she'll still stay as your dependent. She doesn't have to have a requirement of her own 800,000 in the Thai bank account. Here's also a third option for those that want a retirement visa and want to marry a Thai woman or are married to a Thai woman. You don't have to have the 800,000. Because your wife is a Thai citizen, you only have to have 400,000 in the bank because she's able to work and help support you. So therefore, they say you only need half the amount, the 400,000 instead of the 800,000. But don't worry, Terry, contact Singh. He's got a great workaround for you on that one. Fred Pantone says, thanks for the reminder, LV Trader. I live in Summerlin. I read that British Columbia, Canada is going to stay permanently on daylight savings time after this last time change. Oh, wow. I think the whole world should do that, to be honest. Just stay on daylight savings time. You don't need to move the clock forward 1 hour, put it back 1 hour. It screws you with your clock. I don't like it. That's why I'm glad the Thailand never, ever changes. Gotta love that, don't you, folks? Hang on, gotta wet the old lips. Next up, Vegas Chris says, you would think after 3 years, they know you are staying and paying and having an income that far exceeds the minimum. You would think you have already proven yourself. Well, for the first 2 years, I had to have the 800,000 in the bank there, Chris. You know, that doesn't prove income, that just proves savings. But now that I've passed the test, so to speak, the criteria, I think it'll be a lot easier going forward because now I know exactly what's needed. I don't have to give 200 pages to them. I only give the top pages with the transfer. 13 transfers, how much? Boom, here you go. That's from America. 13 incomings, boom, this is from Thailand. There you go. Here's the guarantee certificate from Bangkok Bank that everything there is true and accurate with my current balance. Thank you. Stamp. See you again in 12 months, sir. That easy. Mr. For Your Sister says that Vegas Chris, I have come to this conclusion about being a non-citizen and staying in any country. At times it can be easy, painful, and scary. You just catch an officer on a bad day. That's why you use an agent, folks. Get the agent to do it. They have a great relationship, these agents here, with immigration. You know, they have a long-standing history. I've seen agents go in there with files, you know, with like 20 applications and 20 passports, turn them all into the immigration. They get a number, they put that in a folder, and they come back in 3 days. If it's renewal or if it's initial, come back in 3 weeks with that number, collect the 20 passports back, they pay the fee, they give them to their customers, you pay the agent, done, you know. So it's extremely, extremely easy. And I will tell you, my renewal price, 17,000 baht. That is my renewal price that I had to pay Sing, 17,000 baht. Well, the initial retirement visa right now is 60 to 70,000. Unless you do what I suggested, and that is go online, get the 90-day non-O on the Thai consulate or Thai embassy in your area, pay the $60 fee, and then when you get here, it's only going to cost you 30,000 instead of 60 to 70,000. So you're already going to save 50 to 60% by spending $60 and doing it the initial part online, which is a 3-month retirement visa. Then when you get here, they give you the 1 year stamp on top of it. It's all about saving people money, folks, this channel. Addie Drayton says, good morning, Coop. My husband and I will be visiting in July and preparing to move there next year. How long does the rental agreement have to be for the O visa? 3, 6, or a year? Thank you. 1 year. Has to be 1 year, Addie. Again, there's a workaround for everything here in Thailand, but legally it's required to be 1 year. Mike the Medic says, quick question. What is the cheapest ticket I can get for an onward throwaway? Less than $50, Mike. And many people have asked that question in our Facebook group, and the banner's down there below, folks, for all of our YouTube subscribers. Free to join both for subscribers only. And they've listed several websites that you can go on, and some of them been super, super crazy cheap prices, even under $20. I've seen people say, hey, I got this one here, you know, on this website, and it cost me like under 20 bucks. And for your throwaway ticket, because I know you're coming out here to retire, Mike. So when you come out here, you don't have to get the return ticket, you know, back to your home country. Just get a throwaway ticket that you're not going to use to an onward neighboring country. For example, Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Singapore, whatever. And you can pick them up all day long. And I always say under $50 because prices fluctuate, exchange rates fluctuate. But I've seen people on our Facebook group saying, hey, I got one and it was only 12 bucks. You know, so you can get them that cheap as well. What a Sale says, higher flight prices and maybe lower prices in Thailand due to less tourism. You think Thai prices may go down? Not with only 25% difference. I don't think prices are going to go down because the Thais are so used to what a sale, high season and high season prices. They don't want to budge on it. You know, if you're going to sit in a chair on the beach, they're going to charge you high season price. You know, come May the 1st, the price goes down 50%. You know, it's just the way it is here in Thailand. You know, for those 5 months of the year that's high season, that is the best months for Thai people, and that's where they make a lot of their money. And people come down from all different parts of Thailand to come here for high season just to work for those 5 months. And then that takes care of them for the rest of the 7 months of the year until the next high season. So no, I don't think prices come down. It would have to affect it dramatically. And by dramatically, I mean 50 to 60% downturn in tourism for them to even consider lowering the prices. You know, if nobody was getting businesses, you know, then I'm sure, yes, they would lower it, but not for 25%. Because I'm still seeing it's packed here in Pattaya. Mr. For Your Sister says that Mike Medic, I think you can get a ghost ticket for about $20 US. See? Super, super cheap. Las Vegas Trader says, yes, Fred Pantone, correct, reference BC. And areas near the equator do not observe daylight savings time. So important that everyone check how they handle daylight savings time in your local area. Yeah. So if your time is going to be changing in the next couple of days, I guess it is, I don't know, I'm out of it. Then don't forget to adjust the time accordingly to our future live streams. Mr. For Your Sister says gas is up in the USA, which is odd because I know we're stealing oil from Venezuela. Oh yeah, I believe that I definitely believe that. And America makes their own oil, and then there's also that gas pipeline from Canada. So gas shouldn't be going up in the USA at all. But you know what these retail outlets are like. Hang on, price of barrel's gone up 30 cents, $30 a barrel. Guess what? We're jacking up the prices 30%. Put it on the price, and they do, even though they're still paying for their oil tomorrow the same as what they paid for it yesterday. They'll still do it, jack up the prices. But whenever oil drops, it takes them forever to lower the prices. You guys ever notice that? They don't lower it straight away. But whenever it goes up, the price is changed up on the board already. So when you're driving by, you can see, gasoline, $2 a gallon, all of a sudden oil drops 50%. The war is over. Skirmish is over, whatever you freaking want to call it. Oil drops 50%. It's still $2 a gallon for the next 9 months before they finally drop it down on price. Price gouging, we call it. Blakester Drum says, morning, evening group. Are you still recommending the non-OA visa when coming to retire? I am recommending the non-O. The non-OA is the 12-month retirement visa that you get in your home country before you come to Thailand. I don't recommend that one. And the reason I don't recommend it, folks, is because you got to jump through hoops and it ain't worth it. You got to get insurance, and then they only let you choose from a select list from the embassy. And people that have done it said it's not worth the paper it's written on. They can't claim on it. It's not even worth it. Don't do it. You got to get a police background check. You got to get statements and all sorts of weird and wonderful things they want you to do. When you come over here to get the non-O, none of those requirements come into place here. No police check, no medical checks, no medical certificates, none of that. Agent does it for you, piece of paper, gets you a bank account, gets your retirement visa, away you go. So you miss all that red tape by getting the non-O versus the non-OA. And if you get the non-OA, folks, you cannot change it in Thailand to the non-O. You have to cancel it, go back to your home country, and then fly back in and apply for the non-O. Well, then you just lost a lot of money. Javon Stiles says, to be clear, for the first year, we need to deposit approximately $25,000 in a Thai account, and you can't touch half of that for 12 months. Plus, you need to deposit about $2,000 for 12 months to switch it over. Hang on, let me check your mouse there, Javon. Bear with me one second, buddy. So 800,000 Thai baht is 25,183 current price, exchange rate, 25,183. Yeah, so basically you're going to put 25,000 in your Thai baht account, and you can touch half of it. And but 4 months before you're due to renew your retirement visa, you have to have the 800,000 back in there if you're staying on the 800,000. Or you can do the 65,000 a month, which is roughly 2,300 US dollars. Let me double check that for you. I'll give you the exact figure there, Javon. Okay, it's even less than that. It's 2,046 at the current exchange rate. So yeah, to be safe, I would be transferring like 2,300 US just to be safe, because the currency does go up and down, folks. And then there's fees involved when transferring any money out of your home country to another country. And to compensate for those fees, I would definitely make it 2,300 to transfer, so you're well within the law. Because believe me, if you're supposed to have 65,000 in and you get 64,580, they're going to say, nope, that wasn't 65,000. Show me the 800,000 in your bank. They will do that. They are sticklers. Or they'll want a backhander for them to look the other way if you go to different immigration offices throughout Thailand. I've heard a lot of that in the chats. Paul App says, good morning, gang. I have never bought duty-free. What good deals do you look for? Well, Darlene, my wife, she always looks for chocolates. She likes those multi-packs of chocolates, you know, like the Hershey's miniatures, you know, where you get all the different Hershey's chocolates in there. She likes them, the big bars of Toblerone, you know, you don't see in normal shops. You only get the little bar, you know, things like that, big Kit Kat bars. Me, I like my Jack Daniels. So whenever I go through an international airport and it's cheaper than my home country, I always buy a bottle of Jack Daniels. I buy two, because my wife can have one and I can have one. And then I light my cigarettes and cigars. So I'll get Darlene to carry the equivalent in cigars for me, because she's not a smoker. And then I carry the cigarettes. And as long as we're within our allowance, we're both good. Things like that. Mr. Free Sister, in regards to duty free, says, neither have I. They always ask, and I say, nope. Do you have any duty free? Anything to declare? Mike Dottie says, peace to all. Hope all is well in the land of smiles. Can't wait. I'm coming to meet everyone in November. Oh, we got a date now. Big and little Mike. Well done, buddy. Mike Medic says, does the 65,000 need to go into a Thai bank? Yes. They need to see that it is here in Thailand to support you. It's no good having 65,000 go into a Canadian bank or Australian or British or American or European. It's not here in Thailand. And I know what you're thinking and what a lot of other people are thinking. Well, I can take it out the ATM, give them the ATM receipts. No, they want to see the money actually in your Thai bank account. Alpha says, one acronym you need to know when spending time in Thailand, TIT. This is Thailand. Yes, TIT, this is Thailand. Rules and regulation discrepancies can be, as Coop mentioned, a ball ache, but worth the hassle when it's settled. Yeah, once you got it all done, you're like, oh man, that wasn't that bad. But it was a pain in the ass doing it. But now I know what's required of me for next year. I'll be on the ball and I'll be like, there you go. And I don't have to give them 600 pages and use, 2 canisters of printer ink, printing it all out. They just want to see the balances. That's it. The transfer amounts from one to the other, which is great. I like that. David Lowe says, Pattaya has loads of people for music festival. Just there now, click the like button from the clubhouse and jump in. Keep up the great live streams and info and CTA meetups and community. Definitely will, David. This is going to go on for many years, and we've done this YouTube channel. Come June, we'll be 3 years old. So our birthday's coming up soon. Alfa Romeo says, at Mike Medic, does Shopee or Lazada sell those ruby slippers? Dot Yen said, did you say you renewed your U.S. passport while in Thailand? Yes. Was it pretty easy? Yes. Took about 3 weeks. Did it at the American Embassy. Went there, gave my old passport, said I need to renew it. I went to the counter. I paid the fee. I told them I want the extra pages in there. I paid a bit bigger fee because it's more pages. Gave them it. They gave me a receipt. I got an email saying your passport's ready for collection. You can choose. You can pay the extra and they'll mail it out to you via courier to your home address here in Thailand, or you can go and pick it up personally in Bangkok. But yeah, straightforward and easy. Darlene can do hers here with her Philippine passport. For the British subscribers that we have here from the UK, there is an agent and recognized passport agent from the passport office in the UK here in Thailand. You go there, you give them your old passport, and they take a copy of it, take your photos, you pay the fee, fill out the application, include some passport photos in there. And normally in about 2 weeks, you get your new passport, and then you hand in your old one when you collect the new one. And then they cut the corner off the bottom of it. Then you say this is your passport. They clip the corner here so it can't be used by somebody else. And then they give you your old one back. Mike Medic says, Alpha, they have them in Kansas, the ruby slippers. Yes, they do. Heath McDaniel says, low 80s a few days this week and started up the 1984 fishing boat. First time this year. Wow. 1984. What a good year. I was 15, Heath, in 84. Mike the Medic laughing from What a Sale. Laughing at each other. Alpha Romeo. Javon says Thailand is like the Lazada version of Hawaii. Definitely not a third world country. Some infrastructure could use some upgrades, but Jomtien, Na Jomtien is the cheat code. We're buying in that area. It's a fantastic area. I wouldn't say it's a third world country. Well, it's not. Philippines is third world. Thailand is actually listed as a second world country. And then the likes of America and Europe and Australia, Canada are first world countries. But to me, their infrastructure is better than a lot of countries in the West that are first world countries. Brock Snitters, there he is. Just another day in paradise. He'll be asleep now. He sent that 20 minutes ago. You watch. What a Sale says, Cooper has some dry powder now. Yes, I do. Javon Styles says, let's switch gears for a second. Tell me about Clubhouse. What type of food do they serve there? Is it as good as breakfast at Route 66? Route 66, as you know, you've been there, buddy, is fantastic for breakfast. Clubhouse is, the breakfast is good. Is it as good as Route 66? No, but probably a close second. But their food they serve there for lunch and dinner is very, very good. And they got this chicken Parmesan schnitzel that's about $4. And you'll struggle to finish it. It is absolutely huge and overflowing off the plate, if you know what I mean. And $4, can't beat it. And we meet up there twice a week. Alfa Romeo says, Brooke, we're finally above 0 degrees. Did I mention I miss this place? Laughing out loud. Philip High says, yes, you did call me Philip Hugh, but it's all still good. In my book, you're still the bomb. Thanks, Philip. Much appreciated, buddy. Claude AC says, yes, Singh warned me early on to make the amounts consistent. I wish that mother had told me. He made me sweat over it and then said, don't worry, my buddy's got it. I'm like, oh, yeah. He's got a sense of humor, Singh, by the way. I keep money in my Wise account earning interest and then send 70,000 factored after exchange rate around the 15th. There's a good way of doing it. Yeah. Because you can earn interest on your Wise account for your deposits, folks. I'm not sure a lot of people know that, but yes, you can. So he told you, but not me. Okay, wait till I see Singh on Monday. Terry Fallon says, we're doing well here. It's finally getting into some positive temperatures. It was a long winter. It always is, isn't it? When you're from, colder climates, you always get the short summer and the long winter. What a Sale says at Claude. Sounds like the recipe to me. Claude says, so 3-way statement audit trail, U.S. Bank, Wise, and then Bangkok Bank. Yeah, you get your 3 statements, you're good to go. If you're going to do it with Wise, I didn't. I did it direct transfer. So therefore, I only needed the 2 statements, one from the U.S., one from Thailand. And then they didn't want to see the outgoings. They only wanted to see the deposits going into Thailand and the exit money coming out of the US. They didn't want to see what I spent when I went to, Costco, when I went to Macro, when I went to Tesco, Lotus, whatever, or shopping, whether it's here or in the US. They didn't want to see that. All they wanted to see is the outgoings coming into Thailand. Sandra Guffanescu says, hello, all from Tampa, Florida. So can I come over and not have the $65,000 saved in my bank, but provide the monthly deposit anymore? That was my only plan. I'm getting sad if I can't. Sandra, contact Singh. He's got a workaround for you. All right? You don't even have to worry about it. That's all I can say legally on YouTube. I can't say any more than that. Everybody else knows what I'm talking about. They've all used them. But he has got a workaround. Contact Singh. And if you don't have his details, hang on. I'll pop up his banner for you right now because I'm sure somewhere in the comments I'm going to get, hey, Cooper, what's Singh's email? There it is in the banner now going across the bottom of the screen. It's his phone number there. And his phone number is also his line and his WhatsApp. So if you want to message him from WhatsApp, tell him you're part of Coopersthaiadventure. He will give you a consultation for free, 0 charge from our channel. That's his promise. I told him I don't want no kickbacks. Just take care of my subscribers. That's what I care about more. I care about you guys than line in my pocket over here. Offer you guys it's hard work and sweat all your life. I'm not interested. I'd rather that he gives you guys a good price and a free consultation. So there you go. That's his details there with his email, his Facebook, his phone number, his line, and his WhatsApp. And now I'm going to put the banner back. So if you didn't get it, pause the video, hit the rewind, go back, and you're good to go. Moving on along. Where did I leave off? I got to scroll back up. All there we go, Zandra. Next up, Alchemist says sunset always about 6:30 p.m. Yeah, same. You get your sunrise at 6:07, sunset about 6:30 because you're next, just north of the equator. We're not very far from the equator here, folks. Mr. Nut Texas Humor says, good evening, CD and gang. I have been using the conflict in the Middle East as an excuse not to fly back to the States. Good. I might use that one too, because my family's been asking me, when are you coming back? I don't want to. Androgen says, once it didn't show it was an international transfer, and I thought I was in trouble. Fortunately, I also had 800,000 on deposit. Yeah, that's another one. They don't want to see you transfer money from one Thai account to another one. They want to see it coming from overseas, from your home country or any foreign country other than Thailand. But it's got to be the same one every month. So don't think, oh, well, I got an account in Guam, I got another one here in the US, and I got another one in Mexico. I'll just alternate between the three. They want to see the same one every month. So if you're doing your home account, do that one. If you're doing Guam, do that one. If you're doing the one in Mexico, maybe you got some property down in Cancun and you're renting that out, to tourists. You got a beach chalet there that you rent out, whatever. As long as you're showing payments from there every month and it meets 65,000 minimum, you're good to go. It doesn't have to be a pension, which is great because Philippines, they want pension. They didn't accept me because I'm on disability. I'm too young to get a pension. I'm 56 years old, folks. I had a bad accident. Doctor said I'd never work again. I'm on disability. Philippines said it's not a pension. Pay me 20,000 US. And I did. And it took me 6 months to get my money back when I canceled my retirement visa. They don't like to let it go. At least in Thailand, for the 800,000, you get to keep that in the bank if that's your own money. You have complete control of how much stays in there and how much you take out. If you want to take it all out and cancel your money and move to Cambodia, like some people do, you can do it. They're not going to stop you. They'll be like, okay, here you go, sir. Have a nice day. Javon says, quick question. Found a great house to rent in Hoi Yai with a huge barbecue area. Oh, wow. I like that. They make plates of barbecue and they sell out at church. Could they do the same in Jomtien? Sure they could. Sure they could. We have a new barbecue chicken place here, and everybody that's gone to it, it's just off Pattaya Klang Road. It's called Southern Fried Chicken. Man, that is some good chicken. That woman sells out every day, and there's lines around the corner to get it at peak times. Mom and dad, I mean, yeah, gotcha. What do they need? A special permit or clearance to sell plates of food around town? I could actually deliver like black grab. You wouldn't want to work for those pennies, buddy, I'll tell you. I don't understand how the Thais can do it so cheap. Terry Fallon says, speaking of barbecues, are you grilling yet? Nope, this summer. Alchemist says, Thai barbecue is the bomb. It is delicious. Romeo says, PK, now I'm hungry. Aren't we all? You guys are making me hungry too, by the way, in the chat here. Ford says, another question. You can only do the 65,000 a month after the first year, correct? And have to do the 800,000 or workaround on your initial year. Is that correct? Yes. And yes, earlier I meant 80,000 a year US if you want the LTR visa, correct? All correct. You got it. 1 second, folks. Cold coffee. Wildlife One says, hello all. Can I open a Thai bank account using only the registration of my marriage to my Thai wife? Yes. But you are required to have a visa, wildlife. So if you have a marriage visa, you can open a Thai bank account. If you have a DTV, you can't. If you have an education visa, you can't. It has to be a long-term visa, both for you to open a Thai bank account. They do count a marriage visa as a long-term visa, and I've had it, and I was able to open a bank account 20 years ago, no problem. So yes, you can. And thumbs up, you already know I do. Annie says, hey everyone, Cooper, about your sugar restrictions, do you have to consider the natural sugar found in certain foods? I sure do. At my appointment today, my doctor restricted a list of fruits. Of course, my favorites, yes. I haven't had a banana about 6 years. I haven't had a banana for about 6 years. As a diabetic, you can have oranges and apples, but you can't drink orange juice or apple juice. But you can have an orange or an apple. So go figure. But no, if you drink the juices, then you know, from concentrate, or you know, they squeeze them out, then it's too much sugar content in there. But if you're eating the pulp and all that, and the actual outer core of the apple, there's not so much sugar in it, and you're good to go. Philip says, if you get a DTV, can you do 1 month in, 1 month out? I think that you mean. Then repeat for the 6 months out of country requirements, or is it straight 6 months in, out time period? As far as I'm aware, with the DTV, you can go in and out of Thailand as much as you want. But once you hit 364 days, you have to go outside a country for 24 hours before you can come back in. I hope that helps. Mike Dottie, excuse me. If you give your passport up to Singh, what if immigration loses it? Never happened. Because when you give your passport to Singh, you're with him at immigration, because you got to get your passport taken at immigration. And then he hands it over. They put a sticker on your passport, and then with something written in Thai on it, and they give him a number, and he just goes and picks it up and gives it to you. So no, they don't lose passports there. They got a very good system. I've never heard anybody getting their passport lost. And if they did, they'd probably pay for you to, you know, to renew it, to get a new one. Jay Jettable says, I'm doing the non-O retirement visa right now. The LA Thai consulate is very strict on photo submission. All photos must be scanned or they will reject you. Ask me how I know. Because you're doing it. Yeah, they want it all scanned, folks. You know, they don't want you sitting there with a webcam going click. No. You know, they want it in a PDF format. They want it in picture format, you know, wave format, whatever format you're using. GIF, for example, for your pictures. And they want you to put it all in one file and then upload that file. It's not that hard. If Kenny can do it, anybody can. Making fun of my buddy Kenny. Alchemist says, oil is a global market. Always has been. Yes. Javon, if you are a U.S. foreigner looking to marry a Thai woman, do like Coop and Brooke and marry an English-speaking Filipina instead. In my opinion, communication is the key to true relationship happiness. It helps. It definitely helps more than a hindrance. Is the fact that our wives are Filipina and they speak fluent English. You know, that is definitely a big help. I understand getting in a relationship and you guys can't understand each other. There's only so much conversation you're going to have, ain't you? But then again, in this area, a lot of the Thai girls speak very good English. Simply Social says, on the retirement visa, can we still use the monthly sum? I get about 2,600 US Social Security. Are we still able to use that for monthly proof? Yes, you can after your first retirement visa. After the first year, you can, but the agents can do a workaround, and you don't even have to worry about it till your second year, by which time you've already well over the threshold there, Simply Social. And he says, Cooper, I am confused to which to retire. Can you do a comparison from Philippines versus Thailand? Thanks. I have made several videos on it, folks. And my thoughts are this. Philippines is a beautiful country. It's got fantastic people. What lets it down for me is the infrastructure, the red tape. If you got to go to the bank, you've lost your whole day. You can't rely on the electricity to be working 24 hours a day. You can't rely on the internet to be working 24 hours a day. They have a lot of brownouts. There's only one company in the Philippines, and they have the monopoly on it all, and it's called Meralco. In Thailand, I've never experienced those problems. Internet's always worked. It's always 5G here, no matter where you go. In the Philippines, I had to stand in one location just to make a phone call. If I moved 1 foot out of that location, I had zero signal. So, you got to weigh it up. The Filipino people are great. The country's beautiful. The infrastructure is what lets it down for me. The medical and the infrastructure let it down for me big time, and all the red tape. And they don't use computer systems much. Most of what they do is still paper trail. You go in the banks, you have to fill out like 20 forms to open a bank account. Here, all I had to do is sign 2 papers. Give them my passport. They did everything on the computer. Sign here, sign here. Here you go. Here's your ATM card. And I got it all on the same day. Philippines, I had to wait 3 months for my ATM card with my name on it. They'll issue you one then and there, but it won't have your name on it. Well, that's no good because you need it. A lot of times, if you're going to use money exchanges and stuff like that, they want to see it with your name on it. They don't want to see it blank. Anybody could use it if it's blank. You need it for security reasons. But, there's pros and cons. And I would recommend anybody go visit the Philippines for 1 month, then come to Thailand for 1 month, and you'll see the huge differences between the two. Wildlife One says, Mr. Coop, I am coming next month and plan to register my marriage to my Thai wife. And if I am able to open a bank account, do you think I could return in September on a visa exemption and get my marriage visa? Well, you can get your marriage visa now, and it's valid for a whole year. It doesn't cost a lot of money. It's very, very cheap. All you need is your marriage certificate, Wildlife, and you take that to the consulate embassy in your area, and you give them your passport. You come back the very next day, it's in there, it's done, and you're good to go. And with that marriage visa in there, once you come over here in September, you can just open a bank account straight away with that in there. Any questions and more in regards to that, Wildlife, just send me an email, buddy, and I'll give you some more clarification on what you need. Alfa Romeo says that Mike Dottie, congrats on your first trip to Land of Smiles. Meet the gang at Fraser's Meetup. Enjoy the ride, brother. Hope to meet you in December. There you go. Good group of people we got here. Simply Social says, everyone telling me it got expensive there in Thailand. Not as far as I can see. I don't know what's gone up in Thailand. I mean, I got a friend of mine just moved across the street to a condo, and she's only paying 8,000 baht a month for a 1-bedroom with ocean view. So don't tell me I don't know where you're hearing it's expensive at. And he goes on to say, can I get approved for the 1-year retirement before I get there while I'm still in the US? You can get approved for the 90-day non-O. And when you get here, you just finish the process. And the process is even easier when you have the 90-day nano from your home country and you save 60% of the cost. So basically, you're going to save $1,000 US by doing it my way. If you do it the way you want to do it, you'd be paying double. Shibari Oni says, when a bureaucrat designs another layer of laws to justify their job, maybe that's why they do it, to try and make themselves look good. You know, make it look like they're actually doing something in the job instead of taking the company jet on vacation all around the world. Like we've seen so many politicians do, huh? What a Sale says that Brock Snitters is in the house. He was earlier. Haven't seen him for the last hour. That means he's gone to sleep. Jerry Round says, howdy, all from Arkansas. Hello, Jerry. Welcome to the live stream, buddy. Simply Social says, is Jomtien a good place for a soft landing for someone that has never been there? Excellent. It's not too busy like Pattaya, and it's not so slow like Hua Hin. It's in the middle, which I like that in the middle. So I'm only 10 minutes away from Pattaya. I can go into Pattaya and go to the malls and, you know, go to some good restaurants or bars there, whatever. And then here in Jomtien, we got a lot of good bars and restaurants here too, you know, but it's more quieter. Jomtien's more structured towards the retirees. And when you get to the 1st of May here, it changes from being busy high season to being like a ghost town. And a lot of subscribers that we have here have never experienced that. And I say, wait till the 1st of May and you'll see all of a sudden, where's all the cars gone? There's no people hanging on for dear life on the back of a bot bus like this as it's going up Pride of Mac Hill. You know, you just notice it just dies off. And it's fantastic because then all the people that are here are retirees. Favorite part of the year after Songkran. William Vanderbeek says, hello, Cooper, Darlene, and everyone in the live chat. Greetings from Third Road. And hello, William. I guess you must be over here in Jomtien now, in Third Road, or in Pattaya. Welcome, Willem. Marpa 47 says, if everyone currently watching were to hit the like button, we would just make the 100 limit. So come on, guys and gals, let's do it. Yes, please, it's free. All we ask is get 100 thumbs up per live stream, and we'll keep coming on here every week and giving you updates of what's going on here in Thailand. That's our promise to you. Get us to 100 likes. And he says, come on, everyone, hit that like button and make Darlene smile. That's my wife and channel moderator. Javon says, Coop, do you or Darlene like Ferrero Rocher chocolates? I can't eat them. I'm diabetic. Stop it, guys. Jack, Nomad Jack, he drives me crazy. Every time we go out and eat, he says, hey, Coop, you want an ice cream? He knows I can't eat it. I'm diabetic. He goes, you want an ice cream? I'm eating ice cream. I'm eating ice cream. I'm eating ice cream. No, Darlene likes Ferrero Rocher. Yes. I keep those in my place like salt and pepper. Ever seen them at Village Market or any place in Pattaya? I'd take Sukhumvit up to Bangkok to get it. Ferrero Rocher, I have seen them, and I have seen them in Villa Market on Sukhumvit Road. So I have seen them, and I think I even saw them at Tesco Lotus. Willem says, good thing I have my retirement visa in order already last year, eligible for extension in November. Well done, buddy. That's planning. David says, great CTA ride last week. I know I missed it. Sorry, guys. I was at immigration to renew my retirement visa. Out to a lake and dam and fields and hills. The sights are refreshing. Thanks to Claude for the interesting routes and waypoints. And as always, great company and coffee. Yep. Our bike rides are becoming very popular now. Getting on average between 10 and 20 people every Thursday. Great group of guys going out, enjoying the countryside. We have beautiful countryside out here, folks. You guys will love it. Javon says, something crazy just happened. You just said, hey, Cooper, and my Google Assistant popped on thinking you said, "Hey, Google." They are always listening. I should get Google a CTA membership. Yes, please. Why not? Simply Social says, banana has 9 teaspoons of sugar. There you go. That's why diabetics can't eat it. Las Vegas Trader says Padia's Supreme Fried Chicken. That's the one near South Padia Klang area, slightly north of Jomtien in Soy Padia Klang 14. Crispy fried chicken. Cooper, is this the place you're speaking about? Yes. Went in there. I had, what was it? 2 big breasts and like 5 chicken wings. And it was under, I want to say it was 20 baht for each breast. So that's 40. The wings were like 15. So what did I pay? Like 100 baht, $3 for 2 huge breasts and 5 big chicken wings. Well and truly worth it. David Lowe says, one last thing, the chicken fajitas at Clubhouse are the bomb, in my honest opinion. Mine too. I've had them there many times in the Clubhouse. They do some very good chicken fajitas with the guacamole, sour cream, and all that. Oh, yeah. Man, I'm getting hungry. Shut up. Simply Social says, apple has 5 teaspoons of sugar. Eating a raw apple? Not sure about that. My dietitian says it's actually good for me. The berry are okay, like blueberry, blackberry, and strawberry. I thought strawberries are high in sugar content. I don't know. I don't eat fruits. I stay away from them. Too afraid to spike my sugar. Philip says, does being married to a Thai woman automatically give you citizenship like it does in the US also? No. It doesn't give you automatic citizenship, but it is a stepping stone to getting permanent residency. So if you've been married to your wife, I think it's for 3 years, you can apply for permanent residency here in Thailand. If you've been living here for the full 3 years, that is. Simply Social says, eating fruit is the same as if you eat sugar off the table. The body turns carbs and fruit into sugar. No difference. See? Your answer helped, says Philip. Thank you. Alchemist says, seems to me the easiest answer is to just keep 800,000 baht in your Thai bank account at all times. No paper trail to maintain. Correct? Yes, that is a good one. Just put it in a separate savings account. Don't even touch it. Just leave it there. You know, several of our subscribers have more than one Thai bank. You know, I've got 2. I know Brooks got 2. I got friends that got 3 Thai bank accounts, you know, and they leave 800,000 in one and use the other 2 for their needs. You can do that and never have to worry about it. Just get a statement once a year from that bank and say, here you go, I got 800,000. Okay, thank you. Stamp. See you next year. That one's easy to do, but you're not going to earn any money on it. That's the only downside. The interest rates here are absolutely terrible for savers putting money in banks because you are going to put it into a savings account. You're not going to make anything on it. I think I made 300 baht for the year, which was like $9 on 25,000. That's not worth it to me. You know, I can make a lot more than that putting it in the US, you know, on a brokerage account. I get 4.5%, you know, so all depends. People are different, alchemists. Some want to do the 800,000. Others don't want to tie up that kind of money in a foreign country, you know, and they get nervous about it. You know, what if the bank goes bust? Well, you're insured up to 1 million baht is the answer. And if you got more than 1 million baht, open several bank accounts and then you're insured in each one for up to a million. You know, if you got several million baht in accounts over here, which is, you know, like 25, 50, $75,000, split it between 3 accounts so you don't have to worry about it if you're bringing over your savings. But each their own. Some want the 800,000, others want the 65,000. For me, I want the 65 because then I'm free to do what I want with the 800,000. Las Vegas Trader says, speaking about infrastructure, Cooper, are your water problems solved in Jomtien Beach, or are you still occasionally without water? I don't have any problems with water. We did have a problem at the condo about 2 years ago because we had a very, very, very hot Songkran, and they ran out of water at the reservoir, so they had to bring it in by truck and ration it out to the people in the condos. I remember that. That went on for about 2 weeks, but that was fine. They would tell you, okay, we're going to have the water on for 2 hours. Darlene and I went and bought a couple of those big black plastic drums, filled 2 of them up, and said, right, we're good to go now. If they turn off the water, we can use the bucket and pail and shower, wash our hair, brush our teeth, whatever. So any other time of the year, no, I've never had any problems with water here. Philip High says, I asked because I will be doing a lot of traveling with the NGO and was wondering about visa compliance. Okay, no problem. Tim P says, another great and informative stream. Coop and Darlene, many thanks. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, everyone. You're very welcome, Tim, and everybody else watching. What a sale. Yes, I've seen many people that started in the Philippines and moved to Thailand. We got a lot of people in that scenario here right now, boots on ground, and moved to Thailand due to infrastructure, petty crime, and the healthcare and food are not as good as Thailand. That is true. The food, I went to a supermarket in the Philippines, and it's called Walter Mart, and they big chain of supermarkets they have in the Philippines. And I'd walk past the meat section, and you know how beef is supposed to look red or pink? All the beef was brown. And I'm not talking just a slight tint of brown, I'm talking dark brown. I'm like, that ain't healthy. And it was hot in there, and they didn't have it on ice. They put it on a cool table, but by 12 o'clock, that cool table's hot, and they weren't packing it in ice or anything. I was like, I ain't buying this meat. I'll be sick as a dog, get food poisoning or something like that. But over here in Thailand, you go to the supermarkets, the aircon is fantastic. It's nice and cold in there, and everything's packed on ice. The fish is packed on ice. All the meats are packed on ice. Cheeses, vegetables, and stuff like that. You'll see it packed on ice. It's fantastic. Big difference between the two countries. Mr. For Your Sister says, I just wish they had a hybrid retirement visa. Okay, elaborate. Where you're old enough and you can work online in your country without being 007 and secretive. Well, they do have the DTV, and the DTV is exactly that, a digital nomad. Where you're here in Thailand, you can stay here for a whole year. You only have to leave the country for 24 hours and then come back in, and you get another 6 months. You renew that in country, and for another 6 months, you got a whole year again. And you can earn money online, and you pay 0 taxes here in Thailand, folks. Whatever you earn, because it is a digital nomad, providing your employer is not a Thai company, it's a overseas company, you're good to go. Or if you do ad hoc work, for an agent, and you build websites or whatever, or you give reviews on things, or you give your personal opinions on articles and stuff like that, whatever it is that you do online, you can do that on the DTV, and you don't have to pay any Thai tax, which is great. Terry Fallon says, thanks, Coop, for all you do for the CTA community. Very welcome. To all in the chat, take care and see you all next time. Thank you, Terry and Mrs. Fallon. Much appreciated. Javon says, tell me about your experience with the medical system in the Philippines. At this point, I'll just be a travel destination, but since we all have pre-existing conditions, I'd like to know your account. Well, I'm type 2 diabetic, Javon. Just to get my medication in the Philippines, I had to get a prescription. In Thailand, there's no prescription required. I just go to the pharmacy and drugstore and say, hey, I need this. They give it to me over the counter. I pay for it. I walk out, and I can get all my diabetic medication, including Ozempic, over the counter here in Thailand, which is great. In Philippines, you can't even get a headache tablet over the counter. Everything's got to be prescription. You go to the hospital to get a prescription, your whole day's ruined. I sat there from 8 in the morning until lunchtime waiting to see the doctor. Doctor goes home and says, come back at 8 o'clock at night. And there's still a bunch of people waiting in the hallway. You come back at 8 o'clock at night, you sit there till midnight, you'll be lucky if you get to see him. And if you do get to see him, he'll only give you a 1-month prescription. You ask him for 3 months, they'll say, nope, can't do it under Philippine law. We can only give you 1 month. So you get to do that every single month. And then they count out how many tablets you can have, and they write it on the prescription. And if you go there and you say to the pharmacy there, and you say to them, you know, I need a box of metformin, they'll look and say, oh, you can only have 30 tablets on the prescription, and the box maybe's got 50. So they'll actually count out the 30 tablets from the box and give it to you. They won't sell you the whole box. You know, red tape like that in the medical system is not something I wanted to do every month. And I got sick of it. I couldn't do it anymore. Got absolutely sick. Even the private hospitals were still the same. They wouldn't give you more than 1 month prescription. Alchemist says, low season is the best season. Absolutely. Simply Social says, hey, Cooper, are you diabetic 1 or 2? Type 2. All for Jesus Carnivore says, hello from Oregon. Hello, All for Jesus. Welcome to the live stream. Simply Social says, follow the chocolate man there in Thailand. He is on the carnivore diet and has lost a ton of weight. Have you tried carnivore? When I can. I need to find, get a barbecue, because once I get my barbecue, I'm going to be eating a lot of chicken and a lot of beef. But yeah, that'd be something I'd like to do. My Thai Paradise, Kim, he's put Kim in his name so I don't have to keep remembering. Thanks, Kim. Says, hello, Cooper. What prices go down in low season? A lot of prices go down in low season. Hotel prices, condo prices, beach chair prices. You know, if you want to rent a beach, you want to have a coconut on the beach. Smoothie prices go down in low season. The night markets, the food is more expensive in high season than low season. You know, so there is a markup. And in low season, everything drops down. Your rents drop down. The only thing that doesn't is electric and water. That stays this, you know, same per kilowatt, no matter what time of year it is. But everything else, except for the bot bus as well. Bot bus has been 10 baht for over 20 years now. Never gone up a single baht. It's still 10 baht from Jomtien to Pattaya. 33 US cents. Can't beat it. Mr. Free Sister says, anyone overly worried about medical in any country? Remember this part. Labs are labs and tests are tests. You can always ask the doctor in your home country to take a look at them. Now they might charge. Well, yeah, your home country is going to charge. But you can bring your medical record over here. Sure, no problem. I mean, I brought mine over and show all my problems that I have. And so my doctor's aware of it and they know what I was prescribed before. And they were like, okay, we'll prescribe you the same, you know. And I do an A1C every 3 months. I take my blood and check my blood sugar, my cholesterol, all that good stuff, red and white blood cells, you know. And I get a medical done every year, a full physical, which costs me about $60 for a full physical here in Thailand. Super cheap, super cheap. Wildlife One says, thank you, Mr. Coop. I plan to use the services of Mr. Singh. He seems highly recommended. He sure is our subscriber's favorite. William says, hey, Coop, did you ever look into doing the carnivore diet? It reversed my pre-diabetes. I've heard is good when you have type 2 diabetes. I want to get on it. I need to get a barbecue, and I know you can go anywhere and buy a barbecue here, but I want a certain type. I don't want the pellets. That doesn't interest me. I want the charcoal. I want the natural taste, the charcoal. I like charcoal barbecues. And those are coming increasingly hard to find here in Thailand. Apparently there's a company that actually makes them in Bangkok, so I might have to go up there and get it. All for Jesus Carnivore says, got on carnivore diet 2 years ago and I reversed my type 2 diabetes. I am 61 years old and feel like I am back in my 30s and on zero medication. Wow, fantastic. Hats off to all you guys that do it. I hope I can do it too. Watch this space. We'll see. What a Sale says, hey, Coop, I sure have paid more than that for a couple of big breasts. Yes. We're talking chicken here or something else, buddy. Dot Yen says, just wanted to say a big thanks from all of us for all you do. It's a big commitment. And thank you guys. Much appreciated. We got about 10 minutes left and we're wrapping up. So I got to start saying your goodbyes now, folks. All for Jesus, carnivore fruit is sugary. Yes, I stay away from it. Mr. For Your Sister says you can eat fruit, but you should eat fiber first and wait 30 minutes unless you're hyperglucose sensitive. And Mr. For Your Sister says the problem with sugar spikes is due to the volume of food for most, and then what type of food. That's true too. Yeah. I stay away from white bread. I only have brown bread. I stay away from white rice. I only have brown rice. Yeah, I stay away from all fruits. Don't eat fruit at all. My wife, it drives her crazy. You need to eat some grapes. No, I don't. I don't want to go to the hospital. You know, my sugar is where I want it, low, you know. And I do watch what I eat regularly. And especially when I go to the Thai restaurants, a lot of them put a tablespoon of sugar in the food to take the spice level down in the Thai food here. So I always tell them, and I go to the same restaurants, they know me. I've been a regular for 3 years. And they're like, Coop, we know what his order is, no sugar. And they tell the chef, you know, hey, it's Coop here, diabetic. Don't put any sugar in him. He likes spicy, by the way. So yeah, they all know me. Javon says, yes, apples are good because of the fiber. Fiber slows down the absorption of sugar and actually lowers the carbohydrates. Fiber is the net carb cheat code. Okay. See, I'm not the only one that thought that. Alfa Romeo says, Coop, thanks again for another great live stream. I'm now craving a delicious bowl of Thai cow soy soup. The Food Munchkin says hello to everyone. And hello, Pin, the Food Munchkin. More Formosa says, how many times a year can you enter Thailand for vacation without any special visa? Can you enter 2 or 3 times within a 12-month period if it's just for a week or 10 days per trip? Yes, you can. What they're looking at, more Formosa, is the overstayers. Okay, they're clamping down on that. Those that come in for 2 months get a 30-day extension, go out the country for a week, come back, get a 2-month, get a 30-day extension, go out the country for a week, maybe to Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Philippines, whatever, come back. They're saying, but if you're a genuine tourist and you're only, because they brought out a survey, and the survey was the average tourist here spends only 12 days per visit in Thailand. So for somebody like you that's only spending a week to 10 days, you'll have no problem. I had a subscriber come up to me about 2-3 weeks ago from Mosa, and he was on his 5th trip. And I asked him, did you have any problems coming in by immigration? He says, no, I only ever spend a week here. He says, I'm here for like 7-10 days and then I'm out, and I come back 2-3 months later. He says, I come back for another 7 to 10 months. He said, they don't sweat me. So yeah, you can. It's just they're looking at the people that are trying to avoid getting a proper visa and live here. What a Sale says, yes, another tuber said that the markets in the Philippines were more like wet markets, just like you described. Yes, exactly. Meat at room temperature, just like you stated. And that's what it's like, folks. I lived there for 18 months. I'm speaking from experience. I'm not talking about going there for a vacation. I actually lived there. I had to shop and buy the food that I was going to be eating. And I was terrified, to be honest. I was really, really terrified to buy beef in the Philippines. Mr. Las Vegas Trailer says at Mr. For Your Sister, if your employment is entirely online, just be 007 and do not mention work activities to anyone in Thai government. Just keep it quiet and you will have no problems. If they don't know, what are they going to do? Simply Social says, if you have medication from the VA, can you just get it over the counter, and how expensive is it? I get metformin. So we do have VA here, Simply Social. We have a VA clinic. It's in Pratamac. It's about a mile down the road from where I live. And you can get your medication direct from the VA there. So you don't even have to worry about it. And metformin, yes, you can get it over the counter here. That's what I was on. Jerry Round says, so I have a question. If I know of someone on the education visa and he has a bank account, he is doing the 65,000 to get the non-O after a year. This is the question is, do you think that's funny business? No, if he was here as on an education visa under the old rules, which changed about a year ago, and he had a bank account and he can show 65,000 going in every month. Well, when he goes to start his first retirement visa, he's got proof in a Thai bank. So yeah, they would accept that. That wouldn't be funny business, no. And 5 minutes left, folks. Simply Social says, hey, Cooper, is there a guide or someone I can hire to show me around when I get there? Yes. And we put a bunch of those details all right here in that e-guide. Folks, you guys want that. All the information, we put a lot of contact details in there. Phone numbers, email addresses, everything that you can want, location, maps, links, all in there. Get the freaking book, guys. I get 300 emails on average a day, people asking me this. I'm tired. I can't be dealing with it. I put it in a book. I got a professional developer to develop it, did it. I undercut every single YouTuber out there. There's people charging $700, $500, $300. That book right there is $49. That's at cost. I make 0% profit on it. Zero profit. All the money goes to the developer that made the book for our channel. And I packed it full with all those great information that you guys keep asking every single live stream. It's all in there, folks. Get the book. It's going to save you money on day one. It's going to show you where to get the money transferred at the airport when you arrive here. It's going to show you how to get from Pattaya to here, from the airport to here, which ones to avoid, how to stay away from the scammers at the airport, what to look for, contacts for everything that you want here. It's all in there, folks. All right there. Order it. Click on that QR code. If you can't do it because you're watching on your cell phone, there's a link in the description. Click on the link. You can get the ebook and it's delivered straight to you and it's guaranteed updates for life. As long as I'm alive, I will keep updating that channel. Any that book, any new information comes out, automatically gets updated. Free for life. Can't beat it. I've undercut everybody. I'm tired of the ripoff artists in Thailand. I don't want to be one. We've done that to save you guys money. I'm tired of people trying to rip off retirees coming to Thailand. That's why we did it, to knock them out of business. Mr. For Your Sister says, low season, got a deep freezer and stock up if you cook. Get a deep freezer and stock up if you cook. Yeah, I got a deep freezer. Bought one. It's pretty cheap. It's like $100. Simply Social says, Cooper, berberine is a good natural vitamin, does the same as metformin without side effects. Metformin gives you diarrhea. Yes, I've had that after about 5 years. I had diarrhea the first time I had metformin, but good to know about that berberine. And he says, fruit juices are dangerous for diabetic. Goes into bloodstream too quick. Yes. And my blood sugar from time to time, guys, just quickly does go down. And I always keep a little thing of mints in my pocket because you feel it as a diabetic when your sugar level goes down. Your energy just goes out your body and you got no energy. You're like, ugh. And you know, I take a mint. It's got, you know, a few grams of sugar, but that's enough to get me, oh, okay, I feel better now. So you do have to, you know, prepare for that. What a Sale says, very informative show, Cooper, and some great questions today. I learned a lot today. Love all in the chat, and see you guys next show. And next show, speaking of next Saturday, I'll be by myself again, and I'm going to talk about dentistry. I've done some research, giving you guys a bit of a clue, and I found one of the best prices and the best places to get implants in all of Pattaya, and I'll be discussing it and their prices, and they were 75% cheaper than what I paid for mine. So a lesson learned, if you're looking to get dental work done and you want to get implants in Thailand, I'll tell you, break it down for you what it costs for one and what it costs for all. And they are very good. We went there and spoke to them last week for my wife. Marpo 47, I do weights moderately a few times a week, drink moderately, and eat moderately, and that has fixed my pre-diabetes. I do a lot of walking. I do a lot of walking on the beach. Mr. Free Sister says, I thought they went from 60 days to 30 when you arrived. Not as far as I'm aware. Still hasn't changed yet. And British Knight says, thanks for another great live stream. Thank you, guys. We're signing off about now. David Lau says, my knee was swollen, called Jomtien Hospital, pressed 2 for English, come for 11:15, saw orthopedic doctor, got vitals drained, the knee in surgery bay, and cortisone, I think, all for $111 in an hour. Can't beat it. And that was all that done. Simply Social says, I need to print out the e-guide. How many pages is there? 10. You don't need to print it out. You can keep it on your phone. You can keep it on your tablet, your laptop, whatever. It's a PDF. You can keep it, take it with you anywhere. Wildlife One says, where and how far away is that airplane cafe with all that of military equipment? Not that far. It's about 20 minutes from here. It's called, I forgot. Ask me again this Saturday. I'll tell you, I'm trying to wrap up the show, guys. All for Jesus Carnivore says, all carbs and veggies sit in the guts for a long time, get fermented, bloating, inflammation, which cause leaky guts. Don't need that. Jerry Round says, thanks for a great show. Thank you, Jerry. W6C Success says, hi, DC. Did you mention which condos to stay away from in the ebook? If so, that's enough to make me buy it. Nope, but we did give you recommendations and some agents to stay away from. How's that? Watch out for the scams. What a Sale says, excited about dental show. I need to get an implant. Yep, we'll talk about that all on next Saturday. Mr. Free Sister says, damn, I would need that dentist. I will too avoid implants, but I do want cosmetics done. And thanks, Coop and Darlene. Everyone, have a good one. You too, Mr. Free Sister. Roger with the D says, Coffee War. That's it. Willem, Coffee War. That's the one I forgot. And we're at 2 hours, 1 minute. Thank you all. And thank you, Cooper, for reading everybody's comments out until the end. I did it. Wow. Until next time, wherever you are, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. God bless you all. Stay tuned. Get that freaking ebook. Save yourself money, guys. I'm trying to save you money. That's what this channel's about. Get it if you haven't got it. All right. I don't make a penny. So I don't care if you buy it or not. Yeah. But I want to save you money. That's why we put that up there. Get it if you can. And I promise from day one, when you land, you'll be like, oh, damn, I go here. I get this much better exchange rate. I go here. I don't have to pay the high prices of the taxi at the airport. Oh, God, that's just saved me $100 right there to get the Jomtien and Pattaya. Freaking well done, Coop. I wouldn't have found that out without you. It's all in there, guys. 20 pages. Not 10, 20. A10 size. All the information you need. What a Sale says, hi. Hit the like. Yes, please. Thank you. All for Jesus. Thank you. Alfa Romeo. What a Sale. Thank you, guys. Until next time, wherever you are, watch the outro. You'll see our favorite places in Thailand, and you get to listen to the whole theme song in full 4 minutes. Till next time, wherever you are, God bless. Stay tuned.
Woke up in the land of smiles, sun shining bright. Elephants wandering through the morning light. Temples glow with gold, the air's alive. Thailand's magic got me feeling so high. From the markets buzzing, colors so bold, to the stories in the streets, ancient and old. Every corner's got a vibe, it's calling my name. Cooper's out here, and I'm loving the game. Cooper's Thai Adventure. Oh, what a thrill! Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai Adventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. Golden beaches, sand so soft and white. Crystal waves crashing under starlit nights. Snorkel in the cold, dance in the tide. Every moment's a wave, I just wanna ride. Pad thai sizzling, spice lights up my soul. Mango sticky rice, yeah, it makes me whole. Tom Yum's got that kick, flavor so divine. Thailand's food's a feast and it's blowing my mind. Cooper's Thai Adventure. Oh, what a thrill! Chasing the beauty from the sea to the hills. Cooper's Thai Adventure. Can't get enough. Thailand's got my heart, it's still my heart. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. It's the land that I love. From Chiang Mai's mountains to Koh Samui's shore, every step's a story, I'm craving for more. Smiles all around, the people so kind. Thailand's a treasure that's one of a kind. Floating markets, lanterns in the sky. Festivals that spark like the stars up high. Jungles whisper secrets, rivers carve the land. Cooper's holding Thailand in the palm of my hand. Elephants roam in the sunset's blaze. Every day's a wonder lost in a daze. From spicy street eats to the ocean's embrace. Thailand's a paradise I'll never erase. Cooper's Thai